Good morning, everyone. The regular meeting of the Desert Community College District Board of Trustees is now called to order at 9:30 a.m. You may join today's meeting in person or join via Zoom webinar. These links are accessible by visiting the College of the Desert homepage. We will now proceed with the roll call. President Martinez Garcia, please proceed with the roll call.
Before I begin the roll call, I'd like to let the board know that student trustee James will be absent. A report will be posted on the agenda. Trustee Sanchez Fulton. Trustee Meyer.
Present.
Trustee Bettis.
Here.
Trustee Owen. Trustee Kinnaman.
President. Now I would like to invite Trustee Mott to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To think of our veterans on Veterans Day, put your right hand over our heart. Ready? You begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to item 2.0, board meeting agenda pursuant to Government Code Section 54954.2 subdivision B2. The board may take action on items of business not appearing on the posted agenda. Upon the determination by the two-thirds vote of the board, or if less than two-thirds of the members are present, a unanimous vote of those present, that there is a need to take immediate action and that the need for that action came to the attention of the local agency subsequent to the agenda being posted as specified. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to the agenda for November 14th, 2025? Seeing none, the agenda stands as presented. Public comments, item 3.1, request to address the board on regular agenda items. Remote public participation is allowed and will be accepted in person by email to otp@collegeofthedesert.edu during the meeting and submitted for the record, or by using the raise your hand function by joining the Zoom link. Pursuant to District Administrative Procedure 2345, each speaker will be allowed a maximum of 3 minutes per topic. 15 minutes shall be the maximum time allotment for public speakers on any one subject, regardless of the number of speakers at any one board meeting. At the discretion of a majority of the board, these limits may be extended. All comments must be submitted or brought forward prior to the end of the public comment section. As an additional note, this item is intended for members of the public who wish to speak regarding regular agenda items. An opportunity to address the board of matters not related to the agenda will be available during item 21.001 of today's agenda. Jeff, do we have any requests?
We have received no requests.
Okay, thank you very much. Public updates. Employee appointments. President Martinez Garcia, can you help us introduce this item?
Yeah, I could call on Vice President Wilson to introduce the employee appointments.
Good morning, everyone. If our new team members are here present today, please stand as I call your name. So for our classified appointments for the month of October, we have Luis Sedano. He is a groundskeeper. We have Eric Gonzalez. Also a groundskeeper, Oscar Hall, senior groundskeeper, Miguel Lupa, lead custodian, Edward McLean Jr., lead custodian, Ashley Pacheco, lead custodian, Douglas Robinson IV, art gallery assistant, Vanessa Tizok, benefits generalist, Diana L. Valenzuela, lead custodian. We have a page 2. Faculty appointments, Kelly Cross, nursing instructor, temporary full-time. Robert Garcia, philosophy instructor, temporary full-time. We have one leadership appointment for Jessica Van Beers, acting director of education centers.
Thank you, Vice President Wilson, and congratulations to all of our newest employee appointments. Item 4.02, proclamation International Education Week. President Martinez Garcia, could you please help us introduce our readers for this proclamation?
I'll ask Vice President Phillips, go ahead and make this introduction.
And I'm happy to call Cody McCabe, our current Director for the International Education Programs and our Gender and Sexual Diversity Pride Center, to introduce our student leaders.
Thank you, and is this working? Thank you and good morning. It's an honor to be here. Chairman of the board, members of the board, President Val Martinez. Business administration major, and he has a goal to transfer to UCI. Eric is also the president of the International Club. We have Samantha Silling, who's from Germany, a hospitality and business administration major with the goal of transferring to University in Singapore. Samantha is also the founder of CUD's Asian Culture Club. And we have Lourdes Stella Zarco. She's from Italy, a political science major with the goal of transferring to a university in her home country. And Stella is an international club historian. So these are all three strong student leaders at the campus. They're all excellent ambassadors for the International Education Program and for the district. So with that, I would like to welcome Eric up to begin and wish you a happy International Education Week.
Proclamation, International Education Week, IEW. Whereas the first International Education Week, IEW was first held in 2000 and was a joint initiative of the U.S. Department of the State and Education. And whereas today, IEW is celebrated in more than 100 countries worldwide and is an opportunity to celebrate the benefit of international education and exchange worldwide.
Whereas exchanges are critical in developing mutual understanding and respect, building leadership abroad, fostering an appreciation for the US, and investing in the future relationship between Americans and people around the world. And now, therefore, we proclaim that the Desert Community College District Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and students recognize and appreciate the many benefits of international education, and
we further proclaim that the Board of Trustees of the Desert Community College District are pleased to acknowledge the week of November 17th to November 21st, 2025 as International Education Week. Thank you. We know that you received the flyer and we would like to invite you to the following activities. On Monday 17th, we have dishes from around the world from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesday 18th, languages of the world from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Wednesday 19th, international trivia competition, and on Thursday 20th, World Voices karaoke from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. All the activities will be held at the Craven Center. Thank you for your time.
And I'd like to thank Cody and our student leaders that serve as readers for us today. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
yesterday I was watching a webinar where they were discussing international students and that they had expected a 40% drop in our international students in this country. Luckily, it is not that severe, but one of the trends that they have noticed is that the students have left the midsection of the country and they're either on the east or the west. And California certainly is doing their part by serving international students. So something to be proud of. We're glad to have our students here.
Thank you. All right, at this time, we're at item 5.01, closed session. The board will now recess to closed session. The live feed of this meeting will continue. Board members and President Martinez Garcia, I ask that you please join closed session at 9:45 a.m. Convened to open session at 10:03 a.m. There was no reportable action taken in closed session. Moving on to item 7, our minutes. Approval of October 24th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to the regular meeting minutes of October 24th, 2025? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve as presented?
So move. Second.
All right, roll call vote, President Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton. Trustee Meyer.
Aye.
Trustee Perez.
Aye.
Trustee Oden.
Aye.
Trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Moving on to our reports. At this time, we'll go into board reports per board policy 2311. All reports shall be limited to 5 minutes each. We will start first with our Associated Students of College of the Desert, ASCOD, Juan Falcone, ASCOD President.
Good morning. Morning, President Bell Martinez, Chair, members of the board, trustees, faculty, staff, and members of the public. First, I want to thank you for your continued support across all channels. This is my 3rd year at this wonderful institution and my 2nd year serving as ASCOD. And I can sincerely say that I have never felt as supported as I do now. This work is not easy or highly paid work, as the Board of Trustees know well, but everyone truly gets their money worth out of us. Jokes aside, you really have to love this work and believe in the impact it creates. That is what keeps us moving forward, even when those moments when we feel we may have fallen short as leaders. We must continue to overcome challenges together and keep moving forward. Step by step, any improvement is worth celebrating. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge Isabella Valero from Public Relations for her immense support and dedication in producing our new ASCOD videos. I won't share too many details because I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I believe you will truly appreciate the work and the effort that went into them. I also want to thank Acting Dean Katie Chartier for joining us as a guest speaker and presenting on the Student Equity Plan. A tremendous amount of work went into that effort, and I want to extend our gratitude to everyone who contributed to that. The block party once again was a success. ASCOD had the privilege of supporting all the Sal Annick resources, and the tutors we provided were a big hit with students. After many requests, I finally shared the classified tutor source with Eddie Hernandez from the foundation, so the secret is out now. Our Spooky Spectacular event was also a great success. We had a wonderful folklorical performance from that club. And ASCOD Senator Garcia, also known as DJ Limon, did an outstanding job keeping the energy high on the dance floor. I will not show those videos. Students had a fantastic time. Special thanks to Marbella, the international specialist, the International Club, and all the other clubs that helped make the event possible. ASCOD is currently preparing for the SSCCC Advocacy Academy, taking place December 5th to the 7th. 8 students will be selected. This year, we have decided that more leaders should have an equal opportunity to participate in this incredible networking and leadership experience. To that end, we have opened opportunities not only to ASCOD members, but also to the International Club Council, ICC representatives, and the ICC board members. We hope to continue to expand these kind of opportunities long-term because ASCOD is, above all, for the students. We're also working with Chip West on creating more student spaces. We are grateful for the opportunity to provide feedback and for the quick initiatives he continues to implement with the support of so many across the institution. Recently, ASCOD visited the Palm Springs campus, where we had the opportunity to ride the Rowan Express, tour the facilities, and speak directly with students in a classroom setting. We were genuinely impressed with this small but mighty campus. You truly can't appreciate until you visit. I want to thank all the staff and faculty who welcome us, including public safety. We look forward to returning. Several ASCOD members also visit the Mecca Thermal campus, where they engage with students, and as always, were warmly welcomed by staff. We had planned a tabling event there, but after 2 classes were canceled, we shifted and tabled at the Indo campus, where we engaged many students sharing information about available resources and student government. The pizza and drinks may have helped a little with that engagement. We're also excited to continue working with Acting Dean Katie Chartier and the Edge Pledge team on students' tours and future outreach efforts. Again, thank you for welcoming us and supporting us in this collaboration. We're also looking to fill 2 vacant center positions as the previous students were unable to continue in the roles. We have developed a more democratic and structured process for selecting, including voting and elevator pitch to the Student Senate. We believe this will better prepare our future leaders for advocacy work and help build their confidence. Additionally, we are planning more activities during college hour and continue targeting outreach by departments to encourage, inspire, and inform students. We have already begun this work by starting with our automotive department. Special thanks to Professor Douglas Redman and all the instructors who allowed us to speak briefly during the class time. We have also started collaborating with other community colleges, attending their Zoom meetings and exploring possibilities of a sister community college initiative. We're currently engaging with nearby colleges such as Copper Mountain College and San Bernardino Valley Community College, extend our outreach, collaboration, and advocacy. I want to close by thanking Carlos Maldonado and the entire OSL team for the tremendous support they continue to provide. Keeping us with us is not easy, and we truly appreciate their patience, flexibility, and dedication. We're also appreciative of President Bal Martinez and the Board of Trustees for your ongoing support. We love seeing Trustee Mary Sanchez Fulton and Trustee Mark Miles at our student-led events, and we would be delighted to see even more of the trustees join us in the future. Respectfully, please, put your hand on the top. Finally, I cannot end without extending a big thank you to the College of the Desert Foundation, not just the board, but the entire team for works behind the scenes. More students need to know about everything you do and all the support you provide. We're committed to helping increase that awareness because you deserve recognition, and it's the least we can do. Thank you very much. That concludes my report.
Next, we have our College of the Desert Foundation, our Executive Director, Catherine Abbott.
Thank you. And just so you know, I paid Juan to say that. Good morning, everybody. Well, State of the College 2025 is officially in the books, and what a milestone it was. This year's event was the foundation's most successful ever, bringing together the college and the community in the city of Palm Springs, COD's next college town. Our heartfelt thanks goes out to our presenting sponsor, the Glenn and Opal Barnett Foundation, and to the Augustine Band of Cahuilla Indians for their extraordinary generosity and support. We also extend our gratitude to our AI innovation sponsor, the City of Palm Springs, for championing our film and media students who inspired us all with their creative visions of what College of the Desert might look like 50 years from now. Special thanks to Professors Ron DeGenova and Stephanie Bell for guiding this project with dedication, and to our community partner, Peter Lafort, for lending his invaluable expertise to make the video competition such a success. Finally, none of this would have been possible without the unwavering support of our leaders and colleagues on the dais. Your commitment continues to move our college forward. Thank you all for making this year's State of the College an inspiring celebration of community, creativity, and the bright future ahead for College of the Desert students. The Foundation's first President's Circle event of the season, The Road Ahead, was an incredible success as well. 4 of our automotive students greeted and welcomed guests upon arrival, while the talented COD Jazz Band set the tone for the evening, entertaining more than 90 attendees at the beautiful Hotel Paseo. I'm delighted to share some of the evening's inspiring outcomes. The focus of last week's gathering was the Student Emergency Fund, which provides crucial support to students facing unexpected financial hardships. In recent months, the fund has been on hiatus after quickly being depleted at the end of the fiscal year, a clear reflection of the ongoing needs among our students. During the event, the Foundation Board Chair, Tom Minder, invited a student who had directly benefited from the fund to share his story. His experience echoed a familiar truth that we hear time and time again. Students need our help to stay enrolled and focused on their education. The Student Emergency Fund serves as a true lifeline, often making the difference between earning a diploma and having to walk away from college altogether. We all know every enrollment is precious, and finances should not be the reason a students choose not to finish their education. We don't often ask our President's Circle event members to give at our events, but we had a critical need and donors stepped up in a big way. Within 10 minutes, $52,500 was raised to help replenish the fund. And then since then, another $1,000 has come in. I want to give a huge shout out to President Martinez Garcia for contributing to this effort, and also thank Trustee Mark Meyer and his wife Maria for becoming our newest President Circle members. So next is stepping out for COD. You probably feel like we talk about it all the time, but it is the event that takes the most planning. But again, the gala planning is well underway. So mark your calendars for January 31st, 2026 at the Agua Caliente Casino and Resort, Cahuilla Ballroom, beginning at 5 p.m. Our dedicated committee chairs, Sherry Stewart and Christine Anderson, are curating a memorable evening that will celebrate excellence, achievement, and the spirit of community. The program will include the induction of a new member into the COD Alumni Hall of Fame and the presentation of the President's Award honoring an individual or organization whose contributions have made a lasting impact on the college, and a heartfelt student essay that reminds us why our mission matters most. We want to thank the Green Family Foundation, Jim and Jessica Green, for again stepping up to be our lead sponsor, our diamond sponsor, Jordan Schnitzer, and the Harold and Arlene Care Foundation, as well as our platinum sponsor, Tom Minder and Duke Koulis. And while there are many, many more to acknowledge, I did want to extend a huge thank you again to Trustee Mark Meyer and his wife for also becoming a sponsor for stepping out. So thank you so much. We can't wait to share this inspiring evening with you, our friends, our partners, and our supporters. And again, thank you for helping us celebrate the people and stories that make College of the Desert truly extraordinary. Finally, Giving Tuesday is just around the corner. The foundation will once again host holiday festivities to bring our campus community together and invites departments to join in our beloved gingerbread house decorating competition. It's a campus tradition and a seasonal favorite. 30 houses have already been spoken for with new departments, including the Child Development Center, Culinary, Roadrunner Makers, that should be interesting, Agriculture, Dean Alex Hazan, and wait for it, Felix Marhuende Donate is going to do a gingerbread house. So it promises to be a great show in the admin building. President Martinez Garcia will be judging the festivities. And we will once again hold our employee competition, and want to thank President Martinez Garcia for taking the lead of creating a culture of giving here at COD. More information will be sent to the campus with an itinerary of Giving Tuesday events, which begin on December 2nd. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have our College of the Desert Alumni Association. Our Executive Director, Betsy Young, has submitted a report already that is posted on the agenda. Following that report, California School Employees Association, CSEA, Omar Fimbres, our president, is, I believe, here to present the report.
Mr. Kinnaman, Omar Fimbres was unable to attend. We have Carlene Hart, Communications Officer.
Okay, great. Hi, Carlene, please.
Good morning, President, Superintendent Martinez Garcia, Board of Trustees, and Vice Presidents. As we head into the busy holiday season, we know it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of events, parties, and other celebrations. Today, we're asking everyone to reflect on gratitude. Our CSCA members are grateful for all of you, including you, and those online. We are grateful for the opportunities to bring our concerns and issues to you. You listen and work with us to find solutions and ways to improve. We want to express our appreciation for your continued support. Earlier this year, when we finally got last year's COLA in July, the college said that we would not be left out this time. Let's be transparent. As prices are rising, our members are again struggling to pay their bills. The 2.3% COLA funds hit the college's budget months ago. As we are just starting our negotiations, we're asking you to consider getting this money to our members now, instead of holding on to it until a new contract is completed next year. Last week, some of our CSEA members, students, and faculty participated at Palm Springs Pride Parade and hosted a booth at the event. CSA appreciates and thrives on the opportunity to continue service to all communities across the valley that are looking to better themselves in a welcoming learning environment. On December 1st, we will host our annual fall-winter event. We will gather to share food and time with our members, and we will have a chance to wish our December retirees, hint, hint, a fond farewell. CSDA is grateful for your support for this event. In closing, we want to recognize our veterans and the CSDA members who work in our Veterans Center that provide outstanding guidance and services. Your selflessness and service are nothing short of extraordinary. We honor you with heartfelt gratitude. That concludes our report.
Next, we have College of the Desert Adjunct Association, CODA. The CODA president, Mike Gladich, is here, I believe.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Superintendent President Martinez Garcia, and members of the executive leadership team. The Thanksgiving holiday is just around the corner, and today one thing I'm grateful for is our non-credit faculty. In particular, those who teach ESLN, English as a Second Language, non-credit. You don't hear a lot about them, but this year they're teaching somewhere between 1,800 and 2,000 students. Think of what that number adds to our FTES. There are only 4 full-time faculty, so depending on the semester, 35 to 40 adjuncts carry the rest of the load. It's a lot of work, and teaching non-credit courses is not easy. It requires more attention to students, more hours, extra paperwork required by the state. And these professors are doing all this for lab rate, not lecture rate. We can be deeply grateful for their work. What could be more important to our Coachella Valley community right now when our brothers and sisters are being arrested, jailed, and deported? English as a second language non-credit opens the door to becoming bilingual and empowers our community members not only to get better jobs, but to feel at home, welcome, and belonging. A second thing I'm grateful for is our club moderators. About 3 weeks ago, in your Sunday reflection, President Martinez Garcia, you described student clubs as vital lifelines for belonging and this is really important, retention. And you said the students told you that many clubs struggle to stay active because they can't find or keep faculty advisors. If a full-time faculty member serves as a moderator of a club, they get paid for those hours as part of their salary. However, looking through the CODA contract, I see no provision for compensation to adjunct faculty moderating a club. For example, the adjunct moderators of the film club are volunteers putting in many hours and they're paid nothing. So to encourage and give an incentive, what if the district and CODA could work out some kind of way to encourage adjuncts to serve as club moderators? And if we did that, how much would it cost? The president of the ASCOD president told me that there are about 30 clubs, just 30, and some of them already have moderators. So the cost to the district would be minimal, but the benefit to our students would be huge. When I was 9 years old, Thanksgiving was a big deal at my grade school, Centerville Elementary, because we were only about 60 miles away from where the Mayflower landed in Massachusetts. I remember my second grade teacher brought a hot plate to the classroom and made succotash, mixing lima beans and corn. And as we shared it, she told us this was served at the first Thanksgiving in 1621. She told us the Pilgrims invited the indigenous people whose land they were settling on to the celebration, and they were the ones who showed the Pilgrims how to make succotash. That made me feel so connected to that first Thanksgiving. And today, there are two things that strike me: that the first Thanksgiving took place on the land of the indigenous people, and second, that all 53 of those pilgrims were immigrants. I think it would help us to remember these things. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have College of the Desert Faculty Association, CODFA. Do we have someone here for that?
President Adam Gill presented a written report. It's posted on the agenda.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. And then our Academic Senate, Academic Senate President Corbin Wild. I don't believe we have a report. Is that correct?
Correct. No report was submitted.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to the governing board, go to Trustee Sanchez.
My time's already done, 5 minutes. So first and foremost, would like to mention that I attended ethics presentation AB 1234, which is part of our, as an elected board member, we have to attend ethics training. So I would like to submit that for the record for my training every year, just for the public to know that we go through ethics training. And I wanted to see that I just completed that. And I also completed from the Seoul School of Public Policy. I was the only elected out of the Coachella Valley. There were mayors and city councils from other parts of Southern California. The Executive Education and Public Policy at USC, I was selected among the electeds in Southern Cal and completed this wonderful program. And it basically, we met with police chiefs, LA fire chiefs, emergency maintenance, what's going to happen, and how do districts, cities, municipalities handle this. It was a fascinating program, and I'm so humbled to have gotten a certificate in executive education and public policy given by a fellow elected in Southern California. It was a wonderful program. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, because we're not going to see each other till December. So that's so important. Please, with gratitude, in this trying time, I just want to thank Find Food Bank. I was right outside this morning with the truck. I saw them giving out the food. It was wonderful. That I just want to make sure that our families, our students, our faculty know we're here for you. We have the food pantry. And I really want to give a big shout out to our department leads. I know out in the automotives, they have top ramen for students. I know down in the hill, I see Felix with some pizzas every Friday. Now, don't share that with the other students, but they're having the, and it's wonderful. So I just kind of want to share that. I think it's awesome how our faculty is getting together to help our students in this type of crisis. Now on another note, as a board liaison to the COD Foundation, I attended the President's Circle event. And it was very, very important to me. to see that the emergency fund was, people just voted in a few minutes, 55,000, oh, I'm sorry, 52,000. And I think I just want, at this point, look at my faculty, my staff, let's contribute. I know, just this means so much because I hear it from a lot of the students that that emergency fund helps them tremendously. A lot of our students sometimes don't even have gas money to go to school. And I'm just kind of, at this time, I just want to encourage my faculty, the staff, fellow board members to contribute to this, and I know I will, to the Student Emergency Fund, because that truly is earmarked for them. So also attended the most beautiful event, I think, in my life, since I've been here since 2012, no, since 1999 at the College of the Desert. God. Education for all. That's all I have to say about that. Wonderful, and I just want to thank Val Martinez, my fellow board members, my fellow faculty members. How transformational will this be for the Coachella Valley? That's incredible. And during this time, I attended last week the opening of the CV Link. Joel, I know you were a big part of that, and I want to thank you for pushing that back in the day. But it's possible now. What does that mean? Reliable transportation is very important, and it brings social equity and access to all. We have a bike park, a bike path here in our college. So it was very, very emotional for me because a lot of students don't have cars, and having a path in CV Link will link everyone to school, to work, to doctor's appointment. So it was very, very touching to attend that. And they did mention the College of the Desert, and they thanked the College of the Desert for being an instrumental partner of that. Chip, wonderful, healthy mind spaces. You know, that's what I'm about. Having spaces for students, we have now for the faculty, now for the students. It's a troubling times right now. And it's wonderful that we are going to be doing that for the students, a time to just detox and relax. Thank you. And most importantly, and I will end with this, our veterans, your courage, your love, and the love of our country is never forgotten, especially now. Most utmost respect to Donnie Prince. So many years have she dedicated bringing together our veterans, our student veterans, that she navigates them when they don't know where, they give them a safe place. She started that safe place for our veterans. And I also want to thank the faculty veterans that were there. We had also some other administrative, CSEA. That presence of College of the Desert at the Veterans made a lot. It is so special, and I hope that we continue to have that space for our veterans, the men and women that have defended our country. Thank you, and this ends my report.
Thank you. Trustee Meyer.
Good morning, President Garcia, trustees, and members of the college community. I have a long list of things I've done to represent the college around the Valley and in New Orleans. I won't read you the whole list, but I'll hit some of the highlights. I represented the college in New Orleans at our governing conference for CCLC. I showed up and I was a little surprised that I was the voting delegate from our group. Ron was also there. He'll probably talk about it as well. So I'm pleased to say I voted very well for the college, but both votes were through acclamation. There was no controversy, so you just sit there and listen. But I learned a lot at the Congress, made some good contacts there, and learned more about general leadership. board of trustees and our responsibilities and duties and our don'ts. Did attend the State of the College event. What a wonderful way to showcase what the college is about and the future of the college. It was not just the state. I would rename that to the future of the college, what went on at the event. And I did ask our president superintendent, his AI counterpart, for a raise. And he went on talking about budgets, et cetera, and never even answered my question. So your AI counterpart, very good training. On behalf of the board, I attended the McCallum Theater Board of Trustees. They have a very exciting lineup this year. They also extended their what do we want to say, operations or their performances to encompass into June and start up again in September. Realizing there's a shoulder season and there's still 500,000 people in the valley and they like to see entertainment. So they're doing a wonderful job over there. One fun thing the college participated in, my wife and I were there, is the Dia de los Muertos at Coachella Valley Historical Museum. They do this every year. My wife has been going for many years. I've gone with her for the last 4. It was great to see the college have a table there, and we have pictures, which can be shown in public. These were good pictures. These were, and it was good to see the college there represented very well. Not only trustees and executives, but staff. And next year we should have more than one table. So also, I'm continuing to lead our Board of Trustees Continuous Improvement Committee and our efforts there. We'll talk about that a little later on. I'd like to talk about what an incredible few weeks it's been for the college. From our vibrant presence in the Pride Parade to honoring our veterans at the community celebration and parade, and then engaging with local leaders at the Rancho Mirage Business Expo. I didn't know you could have a whole dinner there. Each event showcased the deep connection between COD and the Coachella Valley, and I'm very pleased to be wearing the pin, the shirt, or whatever, wherever I go with that. Our active participation in these gatherings reflects more than just school spirit. It demonstrates the educational leadership we bring to the region. While the Valley is home to 3 major school districts and several private institutions, each with its own mission and community, the College of the Desert should serve as a unifying force. We don't compete or interfere with others' initiatives, nor should we. Instead, we lead through example, through our programs, our partnerships, and our vision for the future. Our expanding campuses are a testament to that vision, as are our innovative approaches to instruction and our integration of artificial intelligence into the learning experience. By sharing these advancements, we help create a more cohesive and forward-thinking educational ecosystem, where each step forward benefits the entire valley. I'd like to also thank our veterans for their service. I'd like to thank the veterans who are not with us anymore, including my father, and also wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Trustee Perez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. It's great to see you all. I hope you enjoyed a wonderful Pride weekend and had a reflective Veterans Day. To our veterans, thank you for the freedoms you have secured for us, freedoms that allow us to gather and to build such a remarkable institution. Thank you as well to Donnie Prince and the Veterans Center for everything you do in service to our veterans. Thank you, Giuseppe, for all you do to ensure our students feel welcome here at COD. Y a José Simo, Elizabeth Tamayo y Andrea Vázquez, gracias por todo lo que hacen por nuestra comunidad inmigrante. El trabajo que ustedes realizan garantiza que nuestros estudiantes siempre sientan que el Colegio de Desierto está en su esquina, porque sí estamos en su esquina. Congratulations to our new employees, especially our classified staff. Not to single anyone out, but I want to acknowledge our custodians and groundskeepers who keep our campus beautiful and give our students a place they can truly be proud of. You are a major reason we are recognized as one of the most beautiful colleges in the nation. I also want to acknowledge our new appointments at the Education Center, Jessica Van Beer, who will help ensure our students have the support they need to succeed, Kelly Cross, who will keep our nursing program among the most prestigious in the state, and Vanessa Tizoc, who will serve as the liaison between human resources and our institution, connecting employees to vital resources. I'd also like to recognize our new philosophy instructor, who will challenge our students to think critically and creatively, philosophy being one of my favorite subjects, and our new art gallery assistant, Douglas Robinson IV, who will help maintain COD as one of the premier cultural centers in the Valley. I'm happy to see us adopting another resolution recognizing International Education Week, which highlights the openness and acceptance that define our institution. COD is a home that welcomes everyone. Thank you, Cody McCabe, for all you do to help our international students feel right at home here in our beautiful desert. Mr. Gary Plunkett, I'm sad to see you go, man. As an avid sports fan, I've seen firsthand the passion and advocacy you brought to our athletics program. You will be missed, and we wish you all the best. I'm also glad to see dual enrollment expanding in the West Valley through our partnership with Palm Springs Unified. Thank you to our executive team for continuing to expand educational opportunities for our local students. And I'm also excited about all the improvements being made to our sports facilities. For a long time, aside from our gym, we were behind in this area. Soon, our students will have the facilities they can truly be proud of. Lastly, I had the honor and privilege of attending the State of the College in Palm Springs. It was a beautiful, thoughtful, and well-attended event. Everything from the keynote to the student videos was exceptional. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to Mr. Fred Noble for his attendance and for his generous donation. Mr. Noble is a steadfast advocate for the college and for education as a whole. Thank you, sir, for your continued advocacy and generosity year after year, ensuring that our students have the facilities, tools, and resources they need to succeed. Honestly, though, it was a trip seeing a pre-recorded version of myself speaking to the audience. I walked out of the recording session feeling good, like I was looking, feeling, smelling like $1,000,000. And then I saw a video and I thought, dude, is that my voice? Do I really sound like that? Followed by, I need to get on a diet and stop eating so many tacos. I want to thank everyone who played a part in making the event such a tremendous success. I won't name any names because I'll surely miss someone and then they'll be mad at me. And then this message of gratitude will turn into a slight. And then there goes this whole movement. So instead, thank you to all that helped put it together and to everyone who attended. We had leaders from every corner of the Coachella Valley, which truly demonstrates how invested our community is in COD. And what a way to end the event with that monumental announcement. Superintendent President Martinez Garcia, thank you for your leadership and for showing our community what your vision truly is. Soon, we will make the dreams of anyone who wants to attend COD a reality. And thank you, Mr. Chair, Dr. Kinnaman, for your vision as well, way back when. It is your foresight and your heart as an educator that brought us to this moment. I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully it's reflective, filled with family. Always realize that we are immigrants to this land. This land was the native peoples first, so keep that in mind while you're celebrating Thanksgiving. Thank you, Mr. Chair. This concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Perez. Trustee Oden.
First of all, I'd like to say a special thank you to Jeff Larson for making all the arrangements for me. I left on the 17th of October and I didn't return until the 5th of November. I was supposed to be back for a couple of days, but due to the shutdown and flights delays, it ended up only being 18 hours between the two conferences that I attended, the one in New Orleans and Haku in Aurora, Colorado. I learned so much. very different conferences, but so beneficial. And I know we're going to be voting later in the agenda on more, but our development as board members is crucial. So these opportunities for development are just so important. I'm going to begin, which meant that I missed the McCallum board meeting because I was away, and the program that they had in Desert Hot Springs, and the President's Circle. So, because I was away during that time, but hopefully we can look at all of our conferences in the near future so we'll know how to plan appropriately, and not miss, certain things. We're going to miss some things unquestionably, and the calendar is always changing. But one of the first things is that the UC system, it's important for us to be aware because our students will be transferring to the Cal State system or the UC system, and it is best that they are prepared and that they know what to expect when they arrive. The UC system stands at a pivotal moment with 43 million in federal funding secured, but no additional funding expected for the next 3 years. So they are scrambling. With a dictate on federal funding that basically says, don't modify your educational program to your consumer, which is just anti-business. I mean, you adjust to your audience, and their audience just happens to be majority Hispanic. And that's just a fact. It's important to leverage the federal funding and to establish programs that are going to meet the needs of the students, whether it's a MSI, a minority serving institution, or an SHI, Hispanic serving institution. It's important that they remove the barriers, especially for student parents. It's a challenge with them going through community college, but it's an additional challenge when they get to the four-year colleges and universities. 63% of the undergraduates identify as Latino and Asian in the UC system. They coordinated against 5 undergraduate campuses, and now they're at a point where they're determining whose college material. And that's just not a good place to be. And we assist in that in a very special way. One of the things, Haku was just tremendous. And I think it's important for every member of Ask God should be in attendance. The students were there by the busloads in the Leadership Academy. And it just saddened me that our students didn't participate. And hopefully next year we can make a tremendous difference and make sure that we have especially our leadership. So Ask God for sure, but to interface with students from it was really international, from all over the world who are learning about leadership, and especially Hispanic leadership, which is really important. But for those who are already becoming leaders here to hone their skills and to interface with other young people across the nation, across the world, who are also becoming leaders, I think is a benefit that I would really like to see for our students. And I'd like to say a special thank you to all the veterans, because all of my uncles either served in World War II, and including my father, and the Korean War, my brother in Vietnam, and my nephew who was born on Veterans Day, and who is currently in the reserve. Special thank you to all of our veterans. And in conclusion, um, Mark and I met a gentleman who has a program that really, I think, is going to complement our Ed Sites program, which is directed specifically to assist males that we were losing, but some who have fallen away to find their way back to this educational system. And at some point, I'll say more about the California system because we are setting the bar for the country.
Yeah.
No question. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Oden. And so many comments, I think are important that we've heard my colleagues mention from veterans, to our students and the different activities. One that really resonates with me that I hope that we'll all think about in the coming weeks, it was already mentioned, was the indigenous people, and that we're all immigrants. And when we're sitting around the table, I think that we can explore that a little bit in our minds and the significance of that. And we're at a time where I think it's something that is on all our minds. Uh, I can go on about State of the College, Pride, and all the different activities, but I think my colleagues have spoken to that very eloquently. I do want to say I want to praise my colleagues here at the dais for the past year. Uh, You can see everybody's been very involved, very active, and looking at different interests and also developing professionally as trustees, but also showing their leadership and their commitment to students. Uh, you can feel that commitment. And so I want to applaud all of you for that. Uh, we will be going through transition. We'll have our organizational meeting next month where we'll have new officers, and my colleagues will be looking at what subcommittees that they want to participate in. So hopefully during between now and then, you'll be thinking about those subcommittees that we have, and that we'll have an opportunity to go into transition in whatever roles we see ourselves. But I hope we've demonstrated to our community, our students, our faculty, our staff, our classified employees, uh, that we're all prepared to step into whatever roles, and we're all prepared to focus on students and to focus on community. And I'll end it with, I think that when I look around, well, I don't think, I know from my perspective, when I look around the table, that we've got individuals that are acting as statesmen and stateswomen. And oftentimes when you're with electeds, you don't have that. And you see different types of behaviors. And then since Trustee Perez made us laugh so much, I don't have his personality and his humor. But I agree with him when I saw my video that I was really kind of upset with the president because he had an AI generated one. We did not get that option. And I looked at that old man up there on my video and I was like, there's just not something right with this. So you and I need to figure out a strategy how we can
You are bold.
so that we can well, I'll leave that alone. So anyway, Trustee Perez, I was right with you when I was watching that. And so I understand. But you did a great job, as well as the rest of my colleagues. Everybody spoke from their heart, and thank you for participating. And at this time, again, everybody have a wonderful holiday, and spend some time reflecting. We don't do that enough, and being thankful. So with that, I will move to our superintendent president, no longer trustee, superintendent president, I did. Garcia.
Wow, kind of piggybacking off your comments and Trustee Perez's comments. My AI generated self was actually really good looking and really well done. I was so impressed with it. I now use it as my avatar for all my social media.
Yeah.
So, and now I'm totally catfishing out there for real. When people see me, they're like, so with all that said, uh, I wanted to start off acknowledging this month, we publicly announced Pledge for All, our initiative that makes college across the desert free for all students, specifically for tuition. And this expands and builds on the success of our current program pledge, our current pledge programs, and moves us closer to fulfilling the original California Master Plan's vision of a tuition-free open access for higher education. I've been asked multiple times, why do we do this? Why are we doing this now? First of all, this is who we are in the Coachella Valley. We are student first, community facing. Our students in our valley is that important to us that we feel this is the right time to go into this adventure. Part of that also is built on, we didn't do this blindly. We are building off the successes of our current pledge program. For a decade, Katie, Amanda, Jessica, I'm throwing all these names out there, I'm going to miss someone, have worked tirelessly to ensure this program has been successful and to get the recognition nationally that it's gotten. Now it's time for us to build upon that and take it to the next step. And lastly, and probably most importantly, the California Educational Master Plan's vision was for that exact thing, a tuition-free, open access, higher education opportunity for our students. We at College of the Desert are going to fulfill that dream, and we're going to start the conversation what that may look like across the state here. But it would not be possible without the vision and the leadership of our board. And I want to make sure I state that clearly and articulate that to its fullest degree to the community that's watching and or who reads this later on. Our board is united in the belief that our students are that important to us and the Valley is that important to all of us. We not only want to lead in education, we want to lead in opportunity across the Valley. Again, like we've reiterated over and over again, our buildings are not just structures, they are hubs of opportunity that students can attend and fulfill their dreams. And I'm very proud to be a part of this community. I'm extremely proud to be a part of this dais. And all of you are tremendous leaders, and I appreciate you all. Want to thank all those who attended the Pride event this weekend, also the Veterans Day celebration. I'll go to more of that in a second. I did hold a Roadrunner Roundtable where I presented and talked to student leaders from across programs. We discussed their experiences as students, their challenges, suggestions for improvement, particularly around advising, scheduling, campus culture, and access to student support services. The key takeaways that we received or I received from that meeting will inform student enrollment, communications, student support planning, and onboarding strategies moving forward. I've already shared that information with the executive team, and we've been discussing different aspects of that meeting. I'm very happy to have held that event in Indio. Thank you to the team at Indio for putting that together specifically. I'd like to thank Carlos for attending and the faculty that were there. That was great. Obviously, Save the College was an amazing event, but so was the President's Circle. I'd like to thank Kathy specifically for her leadership in the foundation. We could not do what we do without you and all you do, and you're very much so appreciative for all your work and your team's work. And just again, thank you. $50,000 plus in 10 minutes. I just want you to stomach that for a second. That's an incredible act of giving, and we're just so thankful to the individuals who donated and all the support that the President's Circle gives our students in that space. I'd like to also recognize, let's share as Trustee Perez mentioned earlier, Fred Noble's gift, the CEO of Wintech, $100,000 to help us with our AI initiative. Again, that's just the start of hopefully something great with our AI programming. So we're very thankful for that. All around campus, you're seeing caring campus initiatives going about. These initiatives are being created to strengthen student belonging and personal connection across the COD sites. Recent activities are including the Thankful Bites open house that we're going to be continuing. This is to help students connect, help families connect, help our community connect with all of us. We're very happy for that program. I just wanted to give the board a quick update on our academic programming, our BA in casino management, and I'm going to mess up the second part of that, but right now it's casino management. As you know, Governor Newsom recently vetoed AB 1400, which was our BA in nursing, BSN. We're disappointed in that, but I did want you to know the Bachelor's in Science is continuing that effort. We will present to the board next month an update on where we're at with that. You'll be happy to hear our progress. That includes our partnerships with the tribes around the valley. And lastly, I want to say thank you to all of our veterans again, our active duty, all of those who served and continue to serve across the seas to ensure our freedoms are upheld abroad and locally. Specifically, I want to mention my father, my uncle Pedro, my uncle Jose, who's a KIA in Korea, and my many nephews and nieces who continue to serve. Thank you for your service, and I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We are now moving to our consent agenda. All consent items will be voted on in one motion. Any board member may request that any items be moved to the action agenda. Are there any requests to separately consider any of the consent agenda items?
Yes. Before we proceed, I just, for the record, wanted to say that I want to thank the College of the Desert before we proceed to the consent agenda, if I may, point of personal privilege in regards to the state of Desert Hot Springs, that the College of the Desert bought for the first time a table to attend. And I want to personally thank, as a resident and as their representative, thank you, College of the Desert, for coming out to Desert Hot Springs. Thank you for just allowing me to say that. Point of personal privilege. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, are there any items
Consent agenda.
on the consent agenda that we that you want to consider separately? Sorry, I'm a little lost. Okay.
12.02, thank you, Chair.
Pardon? Okay. No items to be pulled? Okay. Do I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda as presented?
So move.
Second, but I'm a little confused. Did trustee Mary Jane Sandwich pull 12.02?
Yes, I wanted to make a comment
Okay.
on that, just a comment.
I believe we're going to do that during the discussion.
Oh, during the discussion, okay. So excuse me, I would just withdraw that and just, let's move.
So it's everything, we're voting on everything but 12.02, is that correct?
No, I'm withdrawing, trustee Perez.
Oh, I see.
I will be making a comment instead of pulling it.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Okay, aye.
Okay, thank you. Let's do a roll call vote. President Martinez
Should
Garcia.
I clarify, we're not pulling any items to
That's
action?
correct.
Okay, thank you.
I believe that we did a discussion. Comment?
And I'm looking at our
Carlos?
You're telling me that our parliament are professional in guiding us on this. Do we even discuss these items?
No, you do not.
So on 12.02, there wouldn't be an opportunity to discuss or say anything unless we did pull those. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Okay, so let's, if we can roll this back a little bit, and if there's no objection from my colleagues, would you like to pull 12.02 and?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying that, parliamentarian.
So I think that we will go back here, and Carlos, you may have to help me out, but are there any objections to removing item 12.02 from the consent agenda for separate consideration? Okay. Hearing none, 12.02 is removed from consent agenda. Do I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda as amended?
So moved.
Second.
All right. Any discussion? Roll call vote. President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton.
Aye.
Trustee Meyer.
Aye.
Trustee Perez.
Aye.
Trustee Oden. Trustee Kinman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, we have a new action agenda item, I believe is now 14.01. It was 12.02 that was pulled from consent and for separate discussion and consideration. Do I have a motion to approve item 14.01?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Aye.
Okay, any discussion? This would be now the one.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman, Kinnaman. So in this particular, I'm very excited on the aspect of student housing. That's very, very critical, especially now in affordable housing. Um, as I see the consent agenda, Chip, I just enjoy that you had that meeting with Brailsford, and I may be pronouncing this wrong. Dunleavy, thank you. So, just what is the strategic importance of housing for the College of the Desert? How will future plans for enrollment have an on-demand? What are the current housing experiences and costs for students? What demand is present for housing, and how can and should the college address affordability? These are factors. I would love to hear I would like to thank um, Chip for having this initial conversation. Can you please expand on that just a little bit?
Thank you, Trustee Sanchez Fulton. As outlined here, this is an agreement with Brailsford and Dunleavy. They're a leader within housing across the United States, and they're going to be working with us to pull data from students and information in regards to many of the items that Trustee Sanchez Fulton said, in guidance for us as we start to look at a master plan for our future campus facilities. And so we anticipate that we'll have a report from them around March of 2026. So we're very excited.
Thank you so much. This is so, so important here in the Coachella Valley. I'm looking forward to hearing what the students are saying, affordability. This is an exciting time for College of the Desert. Thank you.
If I could kind of piggyback on that, the executive team has listened and heard what the board has been asking for. And so this is part of our initial introspection into this critical need that we do know that is across the valley. And what does that look like moving forward? There's many different models out there. There's some that really cause us to pause. I will say that. But then there's some that we really think that are viable and we're really open to. So again, this is a part of a long process, but we're definitely investigating all aspects of it.
Chair, I have a comment on a different item in this agenda item. The contract for Tomorrow's Talent. As most of you know, as a businessman and inventor of apprenticeships, that I have not been quiet about talking about apprenticeships for the college, and to see bringing in an organization like this to help the college step into that area for apprenticeships. Here in the Valley, that's a key piece for many reasons, for education, but also to keep the students able to afford education through a paid apprenticeship program. There's no downside to any apprenticeship program. There's always the upside for everybody who participates. So I'm very pleased to see that we're moving in that direction as well.
Any other discussion? Thank you. All right, roll call vote. President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton.
Aye.
Trustee Meyer.
Aye.
Trustee Perez.
Aye.
Trustee Oden. Trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, I'm gonna defer to the parliamentarian for a minute so he can coach me, Carlos. Did we get the consent agenda approved during that process?
Yes, you approved it
presented.
first and then you pulled
Okay,
12.
I thought we had. I just wanted to make sure we got that done. Then we will move on to our action items. 15.01, Board Member Travel, Community College League of California, CCLC, Basic Needs Summit. Do I have a motion to approve up to 2 members to attend the 2025 CCLC Basic Needs Summit as presented?
So move.
Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, roll call vote. President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton.
Aye.
Trustee Meyer.
Aye.
Trustee Perez.
Aye.
Trustee Oden.
Aye.
Trustee Kinnaman.
Aye. Item 15.02, Board Member Travel, Community College League of California, CCLC, Effective Trusteeship Workshop and Board Chair Workshop and Legislative Conference. Do I have a motion to approve up to 5 members to attend the 2026 CCLC Effective Trusteeship Workshop and Board Chair Workshop Legislative Conference as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes. Just want to advise my fellow board members, let's have all the board members complete the effective trusteeship. It would be wonderful because now we should have this, if Jeff could help us with that process, because I know trustee Meyer already is part of it. I'm halfway there. It would be wonderful if our fellow trustees also, I think we're all there, I'm assuming, but just to make sure that we're all documented when we attend all these HAKU, all the different programs. So President Val Martinez, if we could kind of guide us on that. Thank you.
I'm going to echo that. I reviewed the agenda for these meetings, and clearly, if you plan your sessions correctly, you can get 100% towards your certification.
But it
It's
would
going to
be,
be busy for you to attend all the sessions, but they're there and available.
Okay, any other discussion on that? That's great. Then we'll do a roll call vote. President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton,
aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Perez,
Aye.
trustee Oden, trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Item 15.03, Board Member Travel, Association of Community College Trustees, ACCT National Legislative Summit. Do I have a motion to approve up to 3 members to attend the 2026 ACCT National Legislative Summit as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Perez,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Item 16.01, Public Employee Appointment, Interim Vice President Administrative Services. It is recommended the board approve the employment agreement for the Interim Vice President Administrative Services. This recommended action will approve the employment agreement for the Interim Vice President Administrative Services commencing from February 24th, 2026 through December 31st, 2026, with leadership salary schedule placement at range 15, column 8, for a monthly salary of $24,742.85 from February 24th, 2026 through June 30th, 2026, and with leadership salary schedule placement at range 15, column 9, for a monthly salary of $25,763.29 from July 1, 2026 through December 31, 2026. The interim vice president of administrative services shall receive a car allowance of $500 per month, as well as provisions for evaluation and fringe benefits comparable to other similar leadership employees. Do I have a motion to approve the employment agreement as presented?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, so just a point of clarification. This does not preclude the college from opening the permanent role, search role.
No, it does not.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Okay, hearing none, roll call vote. President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Perez,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Public Employee Appointment Interim Executive Director Institutional Advancement. It is recommended that the board approve the employment agreement for the Interim Executive Director Institutional Advancement. This recommended action will approve the employment agreement for the Interim Executive Director Institutional Advancement commencing from October 27th, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, with leadership salary schedule placement at range 13, column 10, for a monthly salary of $18,982.646, as well as provisions for evaluation and fringe benefits comparable to other similar leadership employees. Do I have a motion to approve the employment agreement as presented?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Perez,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Item 16.03, Public Employee Appointment. It is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve the employment agreement for the Interim Vice President of Student Services This recommended action will approve the employment agreement for the interim vice president of student services commencing from November 1, 2025 through December 31st, 2025, with leadership salary schedule placement at range 15, column 4, for a monthly salary of $20,973.223 and a car allowance of $500 per month, as well as provisions for evaluation and fringe benefits comparable to other similar leadership employees. Do I have a motion to approve the employment agreement as presented?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Perez,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye. Item 16.04, public employee appointment. It is recommended that the board approve the employment agreement for the acting dean counseling services. This recommended action will approve the employment agreement for the acting dean counseling services commencing from November 1, 2025 through December 31st, 2025, with leadership salary schedule placement at range 11, column 7, for a monthly salary of $14,681.267, as well as provisions for evaluation and fringe benefits comparable to other similar leadership employees. Do I have a motion to approve the employment agreement as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Perez,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Moving on to action item 17.01, budget revisions. Do I have a motion to approve the 2025-2026 budget revisions as presented?
So moved.
Okay.
Any discussion?
Mm.
Okay, hearing none, roll call vote. President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Perez,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Item 17.02, notice of intent to award contract for general contractor services on the Indio Surface Parking Project. Do I have a motion to approve item 17.02 as presented?
Moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just glad to see this moving forward. Of course, we know we like to see a structure, but that's down the road. But we're moving in the right direction.
Thank you. Any additional discussion?
Just a comment, I hope our public safety department is taking the eventuality of having a parking lot there and including it in their whole overall plan for Indio campus.
I see our vice president over administrative. That does fall under you correctly? Okay, so, yeah, all right. I should have deferred to you. I apologize. All right. Any other discussion?
Yes. In regards to, I just want to make sure that in the grading, that there are lights a lot of times, just because I've just kind of dark there. So if we could make sure that we have those flashing ones, I think those are very, very helpful for.
The parking lot fully is designed out and was approved by both City of Indio and DSA. And so it is inclusive of all the required lighting in terms of amperage throughout that entire new lot.
Thank you.
Any additional questions? All right, hearing none, roll call vote. President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Perez,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye. Item 17.03, final approval of the Public Agency Retirement Services PARS Supplementary Retirement Plan based on the plan meeting the district's fiscal and operational objectives. Do I have a motion to approve item 17.03 as presented?
So moved.
Do I have a second? I'm sorry. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Mr. Chair, if I may, can I make a subsequent motion? I'd like to include in the recommended action that it also includes any pending individuals as well.
And do I need a second on that, Carlos? Okay.
Second.
Okay. So we have an amendment to the motion, which we'll vote on that first. Any discussion on the amendment? Okay, hearing none. President Martinez Garcia, will you do a roll call vote.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton.
Aye.
Trustee Meyer.
Aye.
Trustee Perez.
Aye.
Trustee Oden.
Aye.
Trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Parliamentarian, do I need to go back to the original motion, or is it?
Well, now the motion is improved to include the language that trustee Perez offered.
Okay, so we're,
So now you discuss the whole thing.
okay,
And if there's no discussion, then you would just move to a vote as amended.
okay.
Could I clarify the moved and seconded of the amendment, please?
I think trustee Perez made the motion to amend, and it was seconded by trustee Meyer.
Thank you.
Okay, so Carlos, I need some help here.
So the motion currently on the table is what is presented with the addition of to include
The pending.
the pending names.
Okay, all right. So with that motion, is there any additional discussion? Do we need to do a roll call vote on that, correct? Okay, trustee,
Just
President Martinez Garcia.
He promoted me.
again,
Okay, trustee Sanchez Fulton.
aye.
Trustee Meyer.
Aye.
Trustee Perez.
Aye.
Trustee Oden.
Aye.
Trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right. Moving on to item 17.04, award of contract with resolution number 111425-1 for contractor services on bid package number 11, Millworks Rough Carpentry and Marlite on the Athletic Stadium and Fields project. Do I have a motion to approve item 17.04 as presented?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Great to see this is happening.
Roll call vote, President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton.
Aye.
Trustee Meyer.
Aye.
Trustee Perez.
Aye.
Trustee Oden.
Aye.
Trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Item 17.05, consideration of resolution 111425-2, authorizing the issuance and sale of general obligation bonds, election of 2016, series 2026, in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $157,860,000, and approving relation documents and actions. Before taking action on this item, I'd like to ask President Martinez Garcia to provide context.
Yeah, I'll defer for this to Vice President West.
Thank you. In the board room today, we have Mr. Adam Bauer, who serves as our Chief Executive Officer and President of Fieldman Rollup and Associates, a role he's held since September 2004. He leads the firm's school district practice and has extensive experience working with public agencies on debt transactions and policy development. His expertise includes structuring general obligation bonds and other financial instruments to support strategic goals of the organization. So we have Adam here.
Great, good to see everyone. And we prepared a presentation similar to what you've seen in the past, with just updated information on it. And so on our first slide, I've given you, try to make it look like CNBC on here with a whole lot of financial data.
Oh, yeah.
What I hope you can see that middle, that bottom left, what I'm trying to convey there is that the fact that that line is in the middle of those bar charts for each
Yeah.
year shows that interest rates are approximately average compared to the last 20 or so years. What that chart tries to show is that that blue represents a range of interest rates for a AAA credit for years 1 through 30. And that yellow line represents where interest rates were as of approximately your agenda deadline of 11/3/2025. So you can see we're slightly elevated, but generally in the middle there. What that far right chart shows is you keep hearing about Fed rate increases or decreases. Those green bars are those changes. And so when we heard about inflation, well, we were still hearing about inflation, but when it was really high, you saw those red bars going in an upward direction. If you look to the right, you see them going the other way, and those are Fed rate decreases. That yellow line is an accumulation of all those. So you can see it was stair-stepping upward, and now we're not quite stair-stepping down. It's kind of like the slow, long stairs that we're doing. So we're not going down as quickly as it went up. But that generally gives you a sense for the trend that we're seeing in interest rates. It probably is much more relevant to you on a day-to-day basis. This is a district's historical assessed value. This is taxable value. So typically due to Prop 13, it's lower than market value. But this has performed tremendously well. You can see even in fiscal year 25-26, we had an increase of 6.06. The reason why this is so important is we typically project assessed value growth when we sell bonds. And there's some risks to that, but you have far exceeded that. We project at 4%. And you can see by all these numbers here, it looks like we're being very conservative. But I want to caution you, go back to 2010 to 2013, we had declines. And so when you project growth, but then you have a decline, that magnifies in the wrong way. So by doing 4%, it served the district very well. We've always been able to come back and say we can issue a little bit more than we originally projected or a little bit sooner than originally projected. So I think kudos to the trustees for always allowing us to be conservative there. This is a summary of all the district's debt. In past years, we've come to you with refinancings. There are none to look at right now, or else we would have tried to combine it with this one. But we will be before you likely between March and May of 2027. You have two series that will likely be able to refinance. When you look at that far right column, says next call date, though we can refinance within 90 days of those dates. And you can see we have two of them that show up in that 2027 timeframe. So this chart, a lot going on here, but what we're showing on the top chart is tax rate per 100,000 on the vertical axis. Horizontal axis, we're looking at years. The red line is our maximum tax rate, just under $20. The bar charts represent series of bonds and what they consume as a tax rate. And you can see that we're coming to you in 26, but 27 would be when on a tax roll. We have capacity between that red line and the bar charts to issue additional series of bonds. So what does that look like if you were to issue the 157 million that that we just mentioned as the maximum authorization? That's that bottom chart there. And once again, positive thing, because we have AV growth at 4%, you've grown at a greater rate than that. Even after we issue all those bonds, we're below that red line. There's another really good positive here, is oftentimes when you sell bonds, you keep extending the term. You say, I did 25 or 30-year bonds, then you hit refresh, do 25 or 30-year bonds. But because of the conservative nature of those numbers, we don't go out any longer. You already did. You can see that 2051 is the same as we were in the top chart. That's really good from our perspective. We're able to amortize that debt, get that paid off in a quicker fashion, but that's all because you've allowed us to use conservative numbers on these bonds. So our schedule, should you take action to approve, we'll be setting this up so we can be in the bond market in January. You've heard me talk about the January effect. 9 out of 10 years, January is a great time to sell bonds. So the typical folks who buy this are in that higher tax bracket. They get bonuses in December. They're putting money either in the funds or have money allocated for bonds. And there's very few agencies that do what you're doing in November to be ready for January. And so we have very little supply, but we have a lot of demand. What that does is it drives down interest rates. So it serves your taxpayers well that you're taking this time to do this in November and set us up for January. So that's it. So January 27th is when we look to close, and that's when the proceeds are available for projects. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a motion to approve this item 17.05 as presented? We have a motion and a second from Trustee Perez. Any discussion?
Yes, please. Thank you. So as the representative of from the board to the bond committee, I just want to personally thank you for keeping us tight with this, with our investments. Could you just in a brief layman's language to the public, how important, basically, we're doing a good job or a great job?
I say maintaining a AA credit ratings that you've been able to do is a great job. Being able to be below the tax rate that you've promised your taxpayers, that's a great job. And then being able to deliver on the project. So you're getting the projects built. And so all those, three categories, I think you hit the great job mark.
Thank you. And then the three categories again, just for the public, because you're just wonderful data, but just, please.
Your credit rating, below the tax rate, and then issuing all the bonds in a very timely fashion. Those three things together, I think, hit the great category marks.
Thank you so much.
Any other discussion? So Adam, I just have a question. So I know that we have to expend bonds during a certain amount of time after we receive funds. Otherwise, they're not tax exempt. So we're doing fine with that, correct?
My understanding, and from before we would initiate a transaction like this, you have a bond counsel, and we check to make sure of that. And I'm not trying to play attorney here, but the general rule is that when you issue these bonds, you need to have a reasonable expectation to spend 85% of proceeds within 3 years. That's an IRS requirement. And your bond counsel has checked in with staff and feels that that threshold is reasonable to be met.
Great. And then also I noticed on your diagram, I appreciated it, it did look like MSNBC, but putting up there that our voter approval on Measure CC was 72.66. So I'm glad to hear you say that you feel like that we're doing great because we have 72.66% of our voters that voted for Measure CC. That I think that's a message that they would like to hear.
Yeah, and that's a very high approval threshold. We're seeing a lot of these come in just above 55, which is that you are in a very high category for the support that your voters have shown.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate our voters and the support of our college for our community. Any other discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to make a comment. Actually, I'd like to defer to VP West regarding the expenditure of the bond money and the progress at Palm Springs specifically.
Yes, I just wanted to mention, as you all know, the Palm Springs campus, the $405 million for that, that's really the impetus for this sale at this time. We're really ramping up efforts right now. There's a number of projects and contractors that we are getting in contract and getting them moving on this project to keep it on time and on budget. And so you're seeing we've had a lot of smaller projects, if you can call $30 million and $15 million projects, small projects. Now you're going to see the ramp up over the next year. And so that's what these funds will go toward. And as Adam mentioned, using these funds within 3 years, we're absolutely going to hit that goal because our goal is to open again on time with Palm Springs in fall of 2027.
Chairman, so I would like to thank each and every taxpayer in the Coachella Valley for trusting us and allowing us with this bond money. I just want to be on record. Thank you so much.
Any other discussion? All right. Well, our professional, Adam Bauer, we always appreciate you coming and providing us with this.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Roll call vote, President Martinez Garcia.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton. Trustee Meyer.
Aye.
Trustee Perez.
Aye.
Trustee Oden.
Aye.
Trustee Kinman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right, now we'll move on to information items. No action is required from the board. Our first one is 18.01, Accrediting Commission for Community and Junior Colleges, ACCJC update. President Martinez Garcia, would you please help us facilitate this item?
Yeah, I'm going to ask Trustee Meyer if you can go ahead and present the committee's work of late.
Good morning, President Garcia, trustees, and members of the college community. I'm pleased to provide an update of the work of the Desert Community College District Continuous Improvement Committee, as well as the progress and next steps related to our ACCJC compliance requirements. Let's begin with the timelines for the committee's ongoing work. The committee's initial recommendation of response and compliance will be presented for discussion at the December 19th board meeting. We will convene our next DCCD Continuous Improvement Committee meeting on January 7th, 2026 to review all the board feedback and finalize our proposed actions. A final set of committee recommendations will be brought forward at the January 22nd, 2026 board meeting for full board consideration and approval. Next, the Desert Community College District responses to the ACCJC recommendations. In parallel, the college will continue to move forward with our responses to the ACC-JC's findings from the institutional evaluation. Draft responses will be shared as information items with key governance groups on the following dates. The Academic Senate will review them on December 11th, 2025, the College Planning Council on December 12th, 2025, and it'll be at the Board of Trustees on January 22nd, 2026. These presentations will ensure open communication and alignment across constituencies as we refine our follow-up report. Our ACC-JC follow-up report is due to ACC-JC on March 1st, 2026. The follow-up visit from the peer review team of the ACC-JC is scheduled for April 6th. The team chair leading this will be Dr. Tim Carres, Superintendent and President of Mendocino College. With these schedules, we will remain on track to meet all expectations and deadlines. In closing, I want to thank my fellow trustees, superintendent president, and our campus governance groups for their collaboration and commitment to continuous improvement. We are approaching this work with clarity, transparency, and shared purpose. I look forward to presenting the committee's recommendations on December 19th and continuing our progress towards full ACC-JC compliance in the months ahead. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Are there any questions of the board? I just want to thank Trustee Meyer for him taking the leadership on this and working with our constituency groups. We all know how important this is for the college, and we have the right person leading us on this, so thank you. Thank you. Information item 19.01, 2025, 2026, CCFS 311.
Major changes from this. We can answer questions if you have any questions about it.
All right, hearing none, we go to 19.02, Indio Campus Safety Update. President Martinez Garcia, would you please help us introduce this item?
Yes, this is in response, this next item is in response to our Indio concerns that were brought up by some faculty and students. So we have in the building today, we've asked a group to present. I'm going to go ahead and ask Chip to go ahead and introduce exactly who's here.
Yes, thank you, Superintendent President Martinez Garcia. We're happy to have today two presenters. First of which, Mr. Brian Tully, who serves as the Chief of Police for the Indio Police Department, position he assumed in 2024. Since joining the department in 2018, he's brought more than 25 years of law enforcement experience to that role. He holds a bachelor's degree in business administration and master of business administration, along with degrees from the FBI National Academy and California Post Command College. His leadership is aimed at enhancing community engagement and maintaining high standards of professionalism in the department. Joining him is Mr. Jeff Bompancero, currently serving as our acting director of our Public Safety Department and Emergency Preparedness. He too is a seasoned law enforcement professional with 29 years of distinguished service in Riverside County Sheriff's Office, where he retired as lieutenant in December 2021. Jeff transitioned to education, working here as adjunct faculty member at the College of the Desert, coming to us in September 2025. And that same month, he was appointed as the Public Safety Academy Manager with that program. We're happy to have him serving in the role, and both of them are here to present a presentation about Indio campus.
And as they're walking up, I'd like to also mention that Chief Tully teaches for us
He does.
as an adjunct. And then I also recognize Clayton Mays, who's in the room, who's also assisting out in Indio. Also Neil Lingle in the back, who's assisted with this presentation, and Dr. Jessica Enders, of course, who's been assisting as well.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, trustees, and our executive staff. Thank you for having us here today. So back in October 30th, we went out to the College of the Desert to do a site assessment. This program here deals with some of the site assessment, it deals with some crime stats, and it deals with our collaboration with Indio Police Department.
So good morning, Chairman, Board of Trustees, President Martinez Garcia, and leadership staff. I'm Brian Tully. I'm your Chief of Police for the City of Indio. Really what brought us here today is a specific incident which we dealt with at the Indio campus. It so happened that that there was a person that was on campus that had no business being there, actually a person that was passing through. They were using the restroom when two students were also entered the restroom to use the restroom as well. What happened there was the person presented a screwdriver and threatened the students. The students immediately left the bathroom, immediately contacted your school security, your public safety, and immediately they took action. They went ahead and took the statements of these two individual students. They also kept their distance from the suspect, but did take a photo of the suspect. Suspect left the campus and proceeded to go into the community, into Indio. A couple days later, I was contacted by the president, his leadership team, many of which are here today. We immediately had a meeting, I believe it was September 26th. They asked me several questions about the incident. Immediately, I also had this incident sent up to the Detective Bureau for investigation as well. I just have to say the professionalism from your leadership team, the president, their concern for the safety and security of the students and faculty of COD Indio campus has been tremendous. Our partnership has always been there for COD Indio campus. We continue to work together with the interim director here, Jeff, and many of his staff. Just continued the follow-up work that he's done is indicative of what relationships between public safety and the education system should be. Our continued relationship will continue to develop that and enhance our safety and security, not only for the campus, but for the surrounding area. I wanted to go over some slides. I'm not sure if I have these here. Let's see if I can get this to work. Oops. So what happened is the team asked me to take a look at the statistics from January 25th all the way to the present time to October 25th for the campus itself. As you can see, there were 2 calls for service from the campus. They came from your public safety personnel. They identified a person that was in possession of a pocket knife back in May 9th of 2025, which we assisted with. And then they contacted a person and subsequently recovered possession of narcotics in August 8th of 2025. There was self-initiated campus activity by our personnel, which we ended up picking a person up that was drunk in public, and then another person that was under the influence of narcotics. Your leadership team also asked me to take a look at the surrounding area where the campus is. I took a look at the statistics, the calls for service. In that area, it was a 1/4 mile from the campus in diameter around that area. There were 2 traffic collisions. Our quality of life contacts are usually our unhoused population, our population that are struggling with addiction and psychological incidences. We oftentimes have a specific team, and we try to find nonprofits to assist in their progress back to quality of life. We had general disturbances, which were 6, and 2 alarm calls. Our officers do proactive patrol, not only in and around the campus, but all throughout the city of Indio. But in that area, they made proactive contacts and 17 different times and property checks. They also asked me to take a look at the larger picture of crimes against people and the crimes and property that occurred in and around that area, the same area. As you can see, there were 0 burglaries to vehicles. Now, that is a significant statistic. As I was talking from January to October of this year, there's a number of cars that are in and around the campus. It's all our students and faculty get there by vehicle or some form of transportation, but primarily vehicle. You can see that there are no vehicle burglaries during that period of time. Also thefts. So you would, in that area, you have a high population of people that you would think have, are opportunists would take a look at theft or battery. There's none there as well. I can't see the last stat, but it's also 0. It's amazing that when I took a look at this incident, I obviously heard the outcry in the media. They highlighted a number of students and people that they interviewed people that were not professional law enforcement personnel. And they did highlight the perceived incidents of crime in and around that area. But when you look at the facts are right here today before you. You can see that the community in and around the campus is very safe, and your personnel and professionalism of your public safety staff are looking out for your students and for your faculty. Our partnership goes back a long ways. Prior to Jeff, we have a long-standing connection with the campus. The city of Indio has a number of internships, not only with public safety in my office or my department. So we have internships at from COD students serving in our department today, but also throughout the city. We're partners in providing opportunity. We're connected to the campus. We're connected to COD by ensuring your success and ensures Indio's success. I just really appreciate, again, with Jeff, not only reaching out to me in his short term of being here, but also developing a game plan to move forward. And with that, I'd like to bring Jeff up.
Thank you. Chief Tully also teaches for me at the academy, so it's great. I've known him for 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, so it's good. So okay, so on October 30th, we went out to the Indio campus. It was myself, it was Dr. Jessica Enders, Clayton Mays, Jessica Van Beers, and Sergeant Sean Hubacek from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department SWAT. During our assessment, we walked around each building, outside, inside, everywhere. We found some key concerns that we came across. This is for buildings A and B. There's limited surveillance coverage on those buildings. There's only 14 cameras on the A building. There's 16 cameras on the B building. And currently, most of those cameras do not cover the perimeter or hallways of the interior. We have had non-students on the first floor cafe restrooms of building B, which it's open to the public. And they have also been on the second and third floors. I can't read this last one here, so I'm not sure what it is. But that was one of our concerns, is having it open to the public. We know that there's a cafe there, so we're just gonna have to come up with a game plan on how to keep people where we want them to stay. We also did an assessment of the CDC over there. There are 6 cameras at the CDC. Their camera coverage is also limited. And during this process, we're checking all the doors, interior doors and exterior doors. At the CDC, the very back part of the playground, there are 3 pedestrian doors with alarms. Those are not working. The alarms aren't working. The doors barely stay closed. There's a lot of things that we need to go through and really take a look at. Some of the recommendations that we came up with were to look at opportunities to add cameras interior and exterior, especially at building entrances and doorways. Another thing that we talked about was looking at the cameras we have now. I have access to those cameras on my phone now. They could be, some of those could probably be redirected a little bit. It might give us a little bit better coverage. We want to continue to improve lighting in outdoor areas, continue to implement the real-time alert systems, possibly look at to limit public access on the first floor only. We're also looking at installing some mobile portable units, something similar to this, maybe not so tall, for our public safety department members. They could have one in the lobby of the A building or the B building. If they're on wheels, they're mobile, so we can move those around. I think that'd be a great thing to have there. As the students come in, we have a public safety officer right there to greet them. Some of the legal justifications, we obviously have to go by the Clery Act requirements. Duty of care and obligates the institution to protect students and staff. Premises liability may arise from inadequate safety measures, and limiting the public access inside could really reduce our civil liability. Action taken in the last 2 months, how we conduct our independent site assessment. We recently deployed PSEC radios. Those are the radios that we can speak with all the law enforcement agencies. I can talk to my guys from Palm Springs to Mecca. I can actually talk to them probably from Whitewater to Blythe. These radios are great. We have new cellular telephones. They're ordered, they're in. They're being sent out right now to be programmed for our citations so that they're good to go. Public safety vehicle is stationed. I moved that down there last week. Replacement golf carts are on the way. There's 2 ordered. They should be here within the next 2 weeks, I'm hoping. We've trimmed trees and we've replaced some lighting. I believe the one slide on that I couldn't read might have been something to do with a cell phone booster for building B. There's very bad coverage in there. Okay. Action taken for the last 2 months, planned emergency training at the campuses. December, we're doing an emergency operation. That's December 4th. January, we're looking at active assailant. March, we're looking at a cyber attack. Multiple meetings with campus stakeholders and leaders. Campus staffing model job description under review. I sent that to VP Chip the other day. We're looking at, we're losing a couple of bodies. One of them is going to another job and one is actually resigning. So we're looking at upping our staffing as well. In conclusion, expanded security upgrades will improve protection and the campus community. Recommendations aligned with legal obligations and best practices, and executive cabinet support is requested to prioritize these implementations. Does anybody have any questions?
So first and foremost, Chief Tilley, I want to personally thank you for taking my call when I asked you the concerns of, since I represent Indio as well as Trustee Meyer, taking my call, answering my questions. I appreciated that. I know you're busy, and your recommendations and your assistance on that was much appreciated. This presentation, I've seen the actions that are now being taken, the request of having radios involved between our public safety. Thank you for taking that in consideration. It's so critical. So I just want to thank you for taking this and making time to give this presentation to the College of the Desert. Thank you so much. And also Chairman Val Garcia, excuse me, I just promoted him again. I just promoted. So Chairman Kinnan, the city of Indio, we wanted to have an emergency 2x2 meeting with Trustee Meyer and I being we want to have another meeting with the 2x2s. Thank you, with the city of Indio. They were very, very concerned. I also want to give a public acknowledgement to the city of Indio and the city council in that matter and how you also presented that to the citizens of Indio. Thank you so much.
No other questions?
No, I mean, are we going, Ron, go ahead.
Go ahead, trustee Allen, go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you for the facts. And thank you for the lighting. Lighting is one of the things that helps to make people feel safe. My concern is, what are you doing to address the perception that the area is unsafe?
What I can do from College of the Desert is we can train our staff over there. We can conduct trainings and show them how things really are. Provide them with additional information to make them feel safe. Maybe we can do some training classes for self-defense. We do have other trainings we do, our ALICE training for active shooter, things like that. I've only been here a month doing this job, so I'm not quite sure what's been going on in the past as far as trainings go. But I believe if we do some type of monthly training, or at least have that available to them, if enough people want to sign up for it, we can go do it. Otherwise, I think we're gonna have to do some mandatory training as well.
And I can add to that also, trustee Oden. I think a large part of helping the perception be realized that it is safe is larger presence, a physical presence, which we're working on. Our security to be out and about and patrolling, walking students to and from cars and different things. So it's really heightening the awareness that we are present on the physical space and that we are putting in safeguards so that people see that we are there.
Right.
So absolutely, President. Mr. Odom, I'd just like to add to both of what both these gentlemen had said is that visibility is a huge part of it. So oftentimes with the city of Indio, we increased our additional patrol. We have them get out and walk the campus now. We have them patrol around the campus to be highly visible so that that perception of that doubt is reduced or removed, and that they see not only your public safety, but our police officers in and around the campus.
Thank you so much for your, Mr. Chair. Thank you so much for your presence, because as the chief, your presence says, and your involvement says a whole lot, not only to the community there, but valley-wide. So thank you so very much.
On the first slide, there was 4, I guess, incidents, calls for service. Were those students?
Oh, it's not there.
No, actually, they were not students. They were people in and around the campus. They were what we would term unhoused or transient population within the city of Indio that did not have any business with your COD campus.
Okay, thank you. I know I said this last month, but really just like to commend you, Chief Tully, Jeff, Clayton, Neil, Walt Meyer, for you taking this extremely seriously and being, steadfast in your leadership. The safety of our students and our employees is of the utmost importance, and we need to make sure that they feel taken care of on campus. Suggestion, question, would it be feasible to perhaps add like a scanner, if you will, to the students' ID cards so they can scan into the restroom? That way we prevent transients from going into the restroom?
So one of the challenges we have is we are in the process of implementing a new student ID card and actually faculty staff ID card system. We don't have that right now where we're walking around and can kind of swipe in, but that is one of the things that we're hoping by spring of next year that we're going to have. And we will be able to kind of look at those types of opportunities to be able to maybe shut down spaces or have access only. That's not something that we have right now because students don't carry around an ID card and faculty staff don't, but it's an excellent suggestion.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
So, yeah, I really like the presentation and the focus, and we're addressing some very key issues here. seems we focus on Indio, and I know you're 30 days into the job. Let's not lose our focus of our other facilities. You know, we have Palm Desert, we have things going on in Desert Hot Springs and everywhere else. We know, as we talked about transients, they move around. And all of a sudden, we swap one here and it pops up over here. So we have to be diligent on this and maybe do a review of our other facilities for cameras, for tree trimming, for lighting, et cetera. I know BP West has been diligent in some of those efforts, not ignoring all the other locations that we have, but let's just keep our diligence up across all of our properties.
Agreed.
If I can just add there, real quick, Chief Tully, when we've met with his team, their quality of life team have been really important for us. And they've offered to kind of come on campus and talk to our faculty and staff about resources that they offer to people who are unhoused. We have those same kind of relationships with our partners here in Palm Desert and other campuses where we're meeting with them regularly to talk about that and how we can support those community members that might be unhoused and how that we can get them resources and get them kind of moved in the right direction. And he has also offered to create opportunities to come to campus with his team. We've talked about kind of coffee with a cop and kind of coming on campus and initiating those outside of a crisis moment, fostering those relationships with people to build those bridges in times of non-crisis to be able to create a better partnership and communication going forward. So I just wanted to highlight that because it was really a great offer that he has made and our Palm Desert partners have made. And again, we're in conversations with Palm Springs and others to do the same. Thank you.
Thank you. Also like to add, I know our Public Safety Academy, all the chiefs participate and working with the college and regularly meet. And I think that relationship really has helped us over the years. And I think most of you either teach or have some affiliation with the Public Safety Academy, which enhances our communication and makes us work together. And I'm thankful for that. As far as making people feel safe, when I saw your presentation, I was quite impressed at the data. Uh, you know, it didn't alarm me, I'll say. Even though we don't want one incident, because one incident is alarming, we also don't want people to, feel like it's something that is always occurring. And communicating that type of data and information, I think, would be helpful for people. And I know I feel better having seen what you presented and what you're doing and understanding that because, I mean, we're being very transparent and you're talking about areas that we need to improve, areas where we may be doing well. And I think that also is very helpful and reassuring to our community. And lastly, Chief Tully, I want to say I apologize that you had to sit through the whole meeting and wait to do this presentation at this time. But I appreciate your commitment to doing that so that we can get this information. And again, thank you very much.
And Mr. Chair, can I make couple comments?
Yeah.
Chief Tully, thank you so much for your responsiveness. We called you and you didn't even hesitate. Specifically, I'd like to also say thank you to Clayton Mays for a faculty perspective that's so important in this particular matter. So just thank you so much for that. I'd also like to say thank you to EC as a whole. When this incident occurred, we started looking at it. It was all of our concern, and we started looking at it from all of our perspectives and how to really move forward. And just everyone's did a really magnificent job of coming together to address this. But as was been mentioned on this dais, the job is not over. We do know that there are other gaps, and we do want to maintain a very aware perspective on security, especially given the fact that we recently, as of yesterday, had an incident at Laney College. There was a shooting that took the life of one of our coaches in our system. And we know that this is a reality that faces us every day. And we really appreciate the diligence of all of you and the experience you bring, but most of all, your compassion and your passion for what we do. So I just want to say thank you so much.
right, well, again, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, do we want to move to 3.01? Item 20.01, Student Equity Plan, 2025, 2028. President Martinez Garcia, would you please help us introduce this item?
Yes, Vice President Amanda Phillips, will you help us facilitate this item?
All right, it is my pleasure to welcome Acting Dean of Counseling Services, Katie Chartier, to discuss the current student equity plan.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to provide you an update on our 2025. Good afternoon. Thank you, everyone, for the opportunity to provide you an update on our 2025-2028 Student Equity Plan at College of the Desert. Today, we will review the Student Equity Plan writing team, the metrics and disproportionate impact data, and the 2025 to 2028 Student Equity Plan goals. In the spring of 2025, an invitation was sent to the college community to join the Student Equity Plan writing team. From this request, a team of 13 faculty, staff, students, and leadership were created to explore the disproportionate impact data and reviewed the previous 2022 to 2025 Student Equity Plan. Based on this information, the work group identified specific student populations and metrics to focus on for this upcoming plan. These metrics were provided by the Chancellor's Office and include successful enrollment, completion of both transfer level math and English, persistence from the first primary term to the secondary primary term, completion, and transfer to a 4-year. The first metric, successful enrollment, is measuring the amount of students who completed the CCC Apply application and successfully enrolled at College of the Desert. From this metric and DI data, the work group selected to focus on Black or African American students. In order to eliminate the disproportionate impact for this group, 5 additional students would need to successfully enroll. In order to fully close the equity gap, 19 students would need to successfully enroll following their college application. To meet this goal, the work group identified 3 goals. First, identify high schools with a higher percentage of Black or African American students and embed a counselor and support staff at those sites. Second, to increase the staffing in the college's Black Student Success Center to support outreach to our K-12 partners, community, and current students. And third, to expand upon current and create new partnerships to support a mentorship program for Black or African American students. The second metric, completion of transfer level math and English, is measuring the amount of students who completed both transfer level math and English in their first academic year of credit enrollment at College of the Desert. From this metric and DI data, the work group selected to focus on Hispanic female students. In order to eliminate the disproportionate impact for this group, 6 additional students would need to complete transfer level math and English in their first year, while 44 students would need to complete both subjects to fully close the equity gap. To meet this need, the work group identified these 3 goals: to introduce embedded tutors and success coaches into transfer level math and English courses, create faculty coordinator roles in math and English to support first-year completion using a learning community model, and to streamline pathways and scheduling for transfer level math and English. The third metric, persistence, is measuring the amount of students who persisted from their first primary term of enrollment to the subsequent primary term. From this metric and data, the work group selected to focus on first-generation students. In order to eliminate the disproportionate impact for this group, 33 additional students would need to persist from their first primary term to second, and 61 students would need to persist to fully close the equity gap. To meet this need, the work group identified these 3 goals: Provide targeted outreach for first-generation students to participate in the Fresh Success program. In this program, students will receive case management support, wraparound services, mentoring, and basic needs support. We will explore software to help identify students who are at risk of failing, or dropping out of the college in order for us to provide a timely intervention. And third, we'll create persistence teams to reach out to students who enrolled in their first term, but have yet to enroll in the subsequent term. The fourth metric is completion. This is measuring the amount of students who earned one or more certificates or degrees within a 3-year time period. From this metric in DI data, the work group selected to focus on male students. In order to eliminate disproportionate impact for this group, 90 additional students would need to complete a degree or certificate within 3 years, and 126 students would need to do the same to fully close the equity gap. To meet this need, the work group identified these 3 goals. Enhance course accessibility and consistency by reviewing and adjusting the class schedule and offerings to better align with working male students. To develop and administer a male student readiness survey. This would go out to students before they began their studies to better inform the support we offer and course offerings. And third, continue to partner with Gents Alliance to offer a robust male mentorship program. The final metric is transfer to a 4-year institution. This is measuring the amount of students who enrolled in any 4-year post-secondary institution within 4 years of initial enrollment. From this metric in DI data, the work group selected to focus on Hispanic students. In order to eliminate the disproportionate impact for this group, 46 additional students would need to transfer, while 73 students would need to transfer to fully close this equity gap. To meet this need, we will identify students who are falling behind in transfer level coursework and provide support, create a peer mentorship program with successful COD alumni and current university students with similar backgrounds to provide guidance, shared experiences, and build a sense of community. And third, facilitate opportunities for COD faculty to connect with university faculty. This will better align expectations and foster a deeper understanding of transfer student needs. The Student Equity Plan has gone through ASCOD, a first and second reading at the Academic Senate, and will go to the College Planning Council next Friday. Once complete, this plan will be brought to you for your December board meeting. Are there any questions?
No questions on my end. Just want to commend these efforts. I'm happy that this is data that we're tracking and ensuring that we're there for our students and completing their educational goals. Hispanic males, as we all know, is one of the most underserved populations when it comes to higher education. So I really appreciate that we're doing the best that we can in order to ensure that that population is getting to where it needs to meet their goals. Thank you.
Yes. What community contacts have you made to assure that your outreach is going to be successful?
Yeah, we are looking into that right now. So the equity plan writing team and the Student Equity Committee will be going to the Student Equity Planning Institute to dive into these and figure out what we can actually do as actionable items for this plan. So we'll have more information about that to come.
Thank you.
So, Trustee Oden has asked about our retention efforts. And so this is one of the ways that EC has looked at to improve our overall retention efforts, was really dive into our equity data. As we knew the equity plan was moving forward through the governance process and all the different committees, put the trainings and plans together. So this is part of that overall effort to really look at retention efforts.
I just want to, I think the community also, that is a huge concern, the male population. There's numerous nonprofits, so if you need guidance on, there's the Brothers of the Desert, there's different groups that I suggest we could partner to bring that population another step to our college. And I'm so glad we are addressing this issue, the equity, not only with our Hispanic, but also our African American students. It's so critical and so important. Thank you.
Any other comments or, all right. Well, Katie, thank you very much for your presentation, and we look forward to seeing some of the outcomes as we move forward. So, thank you. Moving on to item 21.01, request to address the Board of Trustees regarding matters not on the agenda. Remote public participation is allowed and will be accepted in person by email to otp@collegeofthedesert.edu during the meeting and submitted for the record, or by using the raise your hand function by joining the Zoom link. Pursuant to District Administrative Procedure 2345, each speaker will be allowed a maximum of 3 minutes per topic. 15 minutes shall be the maximum time allotment for public speakers on any one subject, regardless of the number of speakers at any one board meeting. At the discretion of a majority of the board, these items may be extended. All comments must be submitted or brought forward prior to the end of the public comment section. As an additional note, this item is intended for members of the public who wish to speak regarding matters not related to the agenda. Jeff, do we have any public comments?
Yes, we have one. It's from Patrick Jacobs, college faculty, who, as you can see, is joined by several colleagues and students.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Hello, members of the board. My name is Patrick Jacobs. I'm a faculty member of the Computer Information Systems program here at College of the Desert. I'm here to celebrate the outstanding achievements by our students. This fall, they participated in the National Cyber League Cybersecurity Competition, and I'm incredibly proud to announce that we had 2 teams placed in the top 100 in the nation. This is a remarkable accomplishment that speaks to the talent and dedication of our students. I want to personally recognize some by name. Brian De La Cruz, John Saruf, Ariel Obregon, Sebastian Angulo, Alexander Ivy, Kamani Woods, Angel Gutierrez, Ashley Sanchez, Shane Davis, Mauro Hernandez Rico, Kevin Aon, Julian Venegas, Luis Salas, and Katia Velasco. It's students like these with their drive and passion who make our jobs as faculty so rewarding and frankly pretty easy. This success is built by the powerful support of that our programs receive. And I want to extend a public and heartfelt thank you to the College of the Desert Foundation as well. Their generous support provided funds for our students to attend the prestigious DEF CON Cybersecurity in Las Vegas this past August. This trip was a huge success and a transformative experience that broadened our students' horizons, deepened their technical knowledge, and allowed them to connect with leaders in their field. That experience directly contributed to their success in this national competition. On a related note of innovation and opportunity, I wanted to personally thank the foundation and Superintendent President Martinez Garcia for the opportunity to participate in the State of the College event, and for your support in bringing AI to College of the Desert, as we also participated in the Valatar project with our students. We are so proud that our students are achieving and deeply grateful for the support of the foundation and the board that makes this possible. We look forward eagerly to our next trip to DEF CON. Thank you for your time. I wanted to pass off the microphone to some of our students that are participating in this program.
No, I would really just like to say that I'm Johnny Saruf. What a great opportunity DEF CON really was. As a computer engineer, it really opened my eyes to what's really all out there, right, in terms of security and cybersecurity and what applications it has in the world of computer engineering. And then it was also just a great opportunity to really show off those skills that we learned here at COD out there. And a buddy and I, we participated in a few competitions and succeeded as well. I don't know, it was really a great time and a great learning experience.
Yeah, so Kevin Ione, I'm his vice president for the club. Just to kind of reiterate on what he just said, I'm both thankful to the board, our faculty, and those mentioned prior for the experience, but not only because of how exciting it was, but because of how humbling it was. It really showed us that despite what we already think we know, there is still so much left to learn. And like he mentioned, we did compete in a couple competitions there. While everyone did a little bit of what seemed most interesting at the time, the event was massive. And I do hope to return sometime soon just so we can explore a bit more of it. But yeah, definitely a humbling experience. I'm very thankful for the opportunity and I'm eager to maybe in the future revisit and learn some more.
I'll be quick.
First of all, thank you for the DEF CON trip. That was amazing. We had a great experience and we came together, ate pizza, and then everybody went their own way. All right. These guys got a very memorable badge from NASA, right? Is that the one? JPL.
No, it was from Lockheed Martin. The aerospace. They for them
Did you guys have the badge with you?
He didn't bring
No worries, no worries. But it was an amazing feat, all right? And it was College of the Desert that did that, so thanks. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Jacobs got another badge for game hacking. And it was not very many folks get those, all right? So you have to be exceptional in order to get one of those badges. You have to figure out things that are way beyond my scope. So congratulations, you know. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're restructuring the club this year. Instead of being 4 hours of just cybersecurity, we are doing cyber from 8 to 12 and then AI after pizza until 2. Okay, and that's what we're doing now. So we're coming up with some interesting projects for all of you. I know President Val's seen some already. And my hat again to Jacobs, that live avatar that he did is a technical feat. All right, I couldn't do it, and I know no one else here could, besides him. So that was incredible. Good job. I know it took a lot of work and a lot of hours and a lot of frustration. All right, but he did it. All right, and it's nothing. It's something to be really proud of. All right. Mark is retiring. Saddest thing ever. Thank you for your 22 years of service. All right, and we're all gonna miss you, man. I don't know what he does for us. I can't put it in paper because it's just, it's incredible, man. And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So, anyways, your gingerbread house is gonna be pretty cool. So we'll see how that turns out.
Come on.
Mark Rizzo, just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you for the approval today of the retirement package.
So you're
Mark.
one of those.
So Mark, unfortunately, we put this in public comments, so we aren't allowed to say anything back to you. But I'll catch you in the hallway.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you all.
Boy, you gotta love it, guys. Yeah, I think they'll be good. So future agenda items, Trustee Sanchez Fulton, that leads right into it.
Yes, thank you. The second agenda item, I would love to get an update for the Desert Hot Springs Learning Center. I would love to see some data, safety measures in regards to our learning center out in, not only in the DHS, but our other mechathermal. I want to include all of that because I think we're, as I see Indio's, but with the other communities that the college has. Also, I would like to have something on, something that I would love to see and recommend is to have a lot of constituents are calling me up about the Palm Springs campus. I would love to recommend to have a 24-hour camera set up at the Palm Springs campus. So instead of getting all these phone calls and emails, when is the campus coming? When is the campus? We would just have a camera and it would just be a standalone and observe and have a 24-hour just saying how's it going? So if people have a concern, they could go to our website and see what is going on throughout the whole building process. Thank you, and that's it.
Thank you. Future agenda items, trustee Meyer.
I have none at this time.
Thank you. Trustee Perez. Thank you. Trustee Oden.
Yes, I would like for us to agendize onboarding for trustees, student trustee and trustees, and also coordinating all of the training programs that we attend for the year so we can plan it out.
Thank you. And I have none at this time either. So was that the only one, trustee Oden, at this time? Was that the only one at this time, trustee Oden? Was that the only one at this time? I just wanted to
Yeah,
confirm.
two.
Oh, there were two. Okay. I started talking and I realized I may have cut you off.
No, you did.
Okay. All right. I have none at this time. Thank you. And at this time, we are at closed session and the board will now recess to closed session. The live feed of this meeting will continue. Board members and President Martinez Garcia, I ask that you please join me in closed session at 12:30 p.m. We will now reconvene to open session at 1:15 PM. There was no reportable action taken in closed session. I will now adjourn the regular meeting of the Desert Community College District Board of Trustees at 1:15 PM. Thank you.